Okay, we're getting a really big problem. The magma comes to the surface. Yeah, this is getting very serious as now you're seeing here. Okay, hello YouTube, this is Jonathan Game 44, and today we are here to review Season 3, Episode 6. Dang, no to be continued for this one. Sadly, but yeah, we're here to review this. This episode is where we really get things interesting. Now that Eugene has actually joined Dragon Club, he's technically not a official member where he can actually help out and everything. He's pretty much on parole, you can say. But the thing is, he's now pretty much just forced to watch for the most part. Everyone is now challenging each other while him and his Dragon Webmaster are pulling off new tricks and kind of gets Tom stuck in a web. Everyone's mad at him, and says someone could have gotten hurt. But then again, with the crazy stunts Tom was pulling just right before that, he almost could have gotten himself or even broke his back. Not gonna lie to that. But nonetheless, we really have a problem here with that. With all the magma and everything. But Tom decides it's time for him to build a sword with the piece he has from the squirrel he fought. And what does he do? He goes to the magma breeder, but there's no magma it's producing. They realize something is wrong, so they decide to take it up to the surface, which it's really funny, honestly, how come what's going on here. And with that, what happens here is that pretty much Eugene is pretty much willing to help as much as he can, but sadly they don't really want his help, even though he really should help when they're trying to get the dragon up to the mountains to get to the nursery, or trying to get the dragon's help. But yet they all prefer Eugene staying back, even though he's the biggest and probably might be the strongest of them all. They still refuse his help with a lot of the problems they're going with. So, really what happens here is they go and get the magma breeder to the hospital. Of course, they have to make sure no one sees him. And it really is funny with the jokes they have here. I especially love Alex. Her humor in this episode was actually outstanding. Being sarcastic was also good. Now, really, once they are able to do, they find out there's actually a gem in this, and they discover the magma breeder actually belongs in the fire realm because it's not supposed to be eating gems and everything. It belongs in the magma realm where it eats food there, not big gems. They're able to get it out of the magma breeder's throat, and then they take it back because they need to get back to the fire realm so it can reheat itself up. And of course, they're having more struggles with that. But during this time, Eugene's job is to basically watch over all the dragons, even though they should just be staying right under the fissure. But still, what happens in this is that Buzzsaw comes back and these two start talking. Eugene is now pretty much acting like a therapist and really trying to talk to Buzzsaw and get him help. And actually discuss his problems with past, and really, Buzzsaw is all forward to it. We get to learn more about his past, about his mother, and really we get to learn more about how much he wanted his log cabin company. And really, he actually for a second convinced Buzzsaw that it was probably all just he was seeing things and really was crazy. And he starts saying, yeah, you were probably right. And he decides to go back to build his log cabin company. And he chops down a tree where he finds Thunder and he says Lightning Bird. And what does he do? Well, of course, Eugene had to pretty much knock him out and put him under a bush. All the dragons help. And of course, during all this time as those two were talking, those dragons kept popping him and he had to hide them, which was still very funny. Now, of course, he has to hide Buzzsaw unconscious body simply so he doesn't get in trouble with the Dragon Riders. But because during all this time, even still when they're going to need all the strength they can get, they still refuse Eugene's help. And sadly, the dragon's about to fall to his death, and they blame Eugene for it, for not helping, even though they technically, okay, no, that's not what happened. I want to see if you all, we're going to comment down below with that. But no, what really happened is, he actually uses his web ability to shoot down and get the magma breeder. This was actually, though, funny, and he shows he is able to help, even though he was trying to help them from the very beginning and they won't let him. So what happens is, afterwards, they get the magma breather back to where they need to in the fire realm, and together, Tom starts forging his sword, which, I got to be honest, forging was definitely Hiccup's thing, but Tom has no experience with forging. But I was definitely looking forward to see what sword we get in the next episode, but sadly, we don't get that until almost at the way end of the next season. That's a bit disappointment, because the sword we do eventually get to see is amazing looking, but I kind of wish we would have seen it way more sooner. Since they were hinting at the very end when he puts in the magma. But anyway, with all that said, me and my dragon pillar might have to move somewhere if this fire keeps getting out of control. Yeah. Okay. Really, my full thoughts on this season, well, not season, I mean episode. This was definitely okay episode. It was more funny. Alex was definitely the best. I definitely love what Eugene was trying to do in this season, in this episode as well, with him actually really trying to help, keeping the dragons not being seen and trying to get Boss out to leave, help him, and trying to forget about hunting down the dragon, Thunder. It was also funny that he actually found the dragon after he was willing to give up, and Eugene just knocked him out cold. That was funny, I will admit. Now, after all this, there is one thing left, and one thing something. A dragon is going to come. Yup, I said it. And it's going to be epic. So let's stay tuned for that. Anyway, I hope you all did enjoy this review, and as I did too. Until then, this is Judgment Game 44, signing out. Until then, I will see you all later. Bye!